Today I'm in rural Hampshire near Eastleigh, and it's been a bit of a damp morning, but the woodland is now looking really beautiful. This is coppiced hazel woodland, and there's signs of wildlife everywhere. It's going to be such a great place to come and stay.
Trees and woodlands play a leading role in Hampshire's landscape. The county has acres and acres of forests and ancient woods, which are all nestled amongst swathes of farmland. This lovely area is also home to Kerry Coots. She lives on a farm with her partner, David.
Ricky.
And a menagerie of animals.
Babies. Come on, Ricky Wicks.
But as an ex-show jumper, it's one animal Kerry has a special affinity with.
Good lad.
Hello. Oh my goodness, who is this?
This is Fred.
Fred, he's absolutely gorgeous. Hi, Fred.
He's a 5-year-old Frisian stallion.
He's so gentle.
Yeah, he is a gentle giant.
Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful stable yard. I'd love to hear what you're up to here.
We're a children's charity for type 1 diabetic children. Fred is the front of the charity, and we teach them about the diet of the horse. So, for example, if he's working, we feed him more carbohydrate.
Yeah.
If he's not working, less.
Teaching them about managing that lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, diet is incredibly important for diabetic children.
Yeah.
Kerry suffers from the same condition, so it's a real passion project, and one she's been doing for 26 years. But the current climate has impacted it massively. Kerry's riding school, which has been funding the charity for the past 24 years, took a big hit.
Unfortunately, I had to close the riding school, and we've had to think of other ways of creating funding for ourselves to secure our future.
Kerry hopes the answer lies in 4 acres of pure enchantment at the edge of her farm. An ancient woodland.
Chatting away.
Come on.
You've got a staircase strapped to a tree. What's that, a stairway to heaven?
It's a stairway to bubbles, so people can blow bubbles over the canopy.
It's a stairway for blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
Genius idea.
Tucked away in the woods is a place Kerry thinks could be a great moneymaker for her charitable venture.
And round here is George's hut.
Ah, this is George's hut. Wow. Is it an old one?
No, a local travelling man made it for us 5 years ago when he was 82.
When he's 82?
82, yeah, he was born in a gypsy wagon in the New Forest. George Cooper, he's a genuine traveller and he's just an incredible chap.
It's a great little camp setup as well, I love it. Just feels perhaps that we need to just make it feel a bit more prestigious.
Yeah.
Jazz it up a bit.
And keep it in keeping with the woodland.
Oh, is that a wildlife camera?
Yeah.
Are you getting in much on there?
Yeah, loads, absolutely loads.
What kind of things?
Foxes, badgers, birds of prey, deer, everything. And that seems to be a meeting area at night for some reason.
And not just at night. George's hut is a prime viewing spot for all that activity, and Kerry thinks it could be a great place to stay.
It's actually really nice inside.
I came up here for one night and George made me a travelling stew, and I ended up staying 8 nights and kept the fire going day and night.
Fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it's really cosy.
I can imagine it's such a nice place to be. On a day like today, you're coming inside and we're dry and we get warm, sit by the fire, and it's got a hot plate so you can cook on it. But it's a small space, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's all lined out with pallet wood by the looks of it. A single bed.
Yep.
Well, you know one thing, it's definitely watertight because it's getting a proper test today, and I can't see any drips. So that's a good start.
Yeah, he did a good job.
What would be your wish list of what you want to achieve in this whole location?
Well, first of all, we'd like a bigger bed, opening window. The door needs repairing, as do the steps.
Yep.
and dress it in its original state.
Maybe we could give it a different colour.
Yeah, whatever you guys think.
But there's one idea Kerry's had on her own, and it's a bit eccentric.
Got a pig hut that the pigs on the farm were born in, and there's a great spot that the pigsty could go. It's another space that we can create income.
So you're thinking we could somehow use that pigsty to create extra space? Okay.
Yeah, that would be
Work
great.
with that.
And I think it would be a great attraction.
Style it up.
Yeah, style it up. I love it. That'd be grand.
Thanks.
The ancient woodland is full of charm. And soaking up this tranquility is Simon, who's come to ponder.
Just sitting in Kerry's wood, listening to this amazing bird song. It's actually stopped raining, which is amazing, so I'm taking a moment to have a think about the design. And the hut's really nice. It's got all the stuff you really need, but it's basic and it's quite small. I think it needs a bit of a jazz up. It's got such a lovely outside area. I think we're going to need somewhere to cook outside, a kind of field kitchen. And I think I'm going to have to leave Kerry to design the field kitchen herself. And Kerry's got this idea of doing something with a pigsty, and I think that's a really great idea. And I'm thinking almost raising it up on a platform, a bit like a mini treehouse. Could be a lot of fun, this one.
And while Simon is lost in his world of designs, Kerry's breaking the bad news to Millie and her two boys, Chops and Runty.
Oh, you missed that.
Kerry and her partner David can now get cracking to build a field kitchen, and an army of volunteers have come to help them. Their army also transport the pigsty onto the site and up onto a tall platform. But Millie and the boys seem perfectly happy their old family home has got a new use. With progress made, Simon is back and he's brought help. He's invited top carpenter Ian Tsang and designer Zoe Hewitt to muck in.
Wow. So things have changed quite a bit.
Have they?
And this is the shepherd's hut,
Oh, I like the colour.
which they've painted the outside.
Pretty.
They have actually done a fair bit since we were here. They've already extended the bed, which is something Kerry was talking about, and they've had a go at painting as well. But Zoe, I think this is going to be the space for you to really work some magic. It needs to be like a really cosy, warm retreat for people to go and...
Escape from the mud.
Exactly. What do you think?
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it's pretty dinky, isn't it? But it's got loads of potential and quite a lot of character.
It's got lots of character. I really love the barreled roof.
Yeah.
It needs tidying up, and it needs making into a really nice, attractive place to snuggle down in.
Okay. Bit more plush.
Plush.
The field kitchen Kerry and her woodland workers have produced is a blank canvas for the team.
It's a lot bigger than I was expecting, which means we've got a lot of potential of what we could do with it, but it feels like there's still a lot to do. This is the indoor-outdoor space. So potentially seating, it's where you're going to hang out, it's where you're going to cook, but it does feel pretty unfinished at the moment. And then over here is the pigsty,
Yeah.
which I think is going to be one of our main projects.
It really is a pigsty.
It is a pigsty. I think you can stand in it.
Can I close you in?
I can stand up. It's got a really good echo as well.
Yeah. That's a decent little space, isn't it?
Kerry said to me she wanted to use the pigsty, and I was like, why not?
Yeah.
It's going to be basically like a spare room, but at the moment it's not waterproof.
No. I can see lots of
You can
gaps.
see holes, there's gaps, so we're going to have to work out a way of detailing that control of water so that it's watertight. And we've got the window at the other end, which I think we want to put a window in.
We definitely should do so. It's not quite square. We'll have to do some work with that. But yeah, I can see a window there.
Not quite square. It's completely bent. But that's what you specialise in.
Yes. Making bent things not bent.
I think this could be a lot of fun.
But it seems someone's having fun already. Zoe's trying out the stairway to blow bubbles.
It's just spreading happiness around, really, isn't it? I know Kerry's put this here as a sort of therapeutic activity for the children that come and visit, but I think it's really good for adults as well. It's definitely not just for kids. Who doesn't want bubbles in their life?
Looks like Simon needs some. He's got a problem on his hands.
This is going to be a sleeping space, and if you look along the edges, there's some little holes in the bottom of the corrugated iron. Along the side here, we've got a big gap, and so we just want it to be as waterproof and windproof as we can get it.
To fix the problem, he will use a damp-proof membrane.
What I'm going to do is create a little fillet that's going to go in this gap and produce a shelf that runs water off and over the cladding that will be beneath it. And then behind that, we're going to wrap the DP up, creating a tray with a piece of wood holding that upright. And it is an old pigsty, so it's not perfect by any stroke of the imagination.
Some things that are old can only become useful again by being fixed. But repurposing things is another way of creating something new. Kerry is taking Zoe on a trip to her old stables, which for a designer is a veritable Aladdin's cave.
Oh, so this is the treasure trove.
One of them.
Awesome. Gonna have a rummage over here. And there's a pile of china next to me as well.
I've collected stuff from the dump and from charity shops, and it's been, what, 26 years worth of stuff.
Oh, really? I found this very cute little jug down here. It's very sweet.
Yeah, that was a charity shop find.
I'm rather excited by the look of these teacups and saucers. Might I be able to pinch these?
Please, yeah, that'd be great.
I might be able to do something with them.
Yeah.
This looks like it might be quite interesting.
I love those.
It's not just charity shops and salvage yards where Kerry picks up bargains.
Mum and I used to go out to auctions and buy old furniture, so it's always been part of our family. So it's in my blood.
Finding that perfect item at an auction or salvage yard is a bit of an art form. And this pile of junk is about to be raided by consummate professionals.
Hello, hello. Oh, hello.
That's probably quite useful.
Yeah.
There is a lot of random stuff here.
There's quite a lot of nice things, isn't there?
But they're on the hunt for something in particular.
There's lots of things, isn't there, but not quite what we want.
Leaving Zoe one step ahead of the guys with her fantastic fabric find, which she'll use for curtains.
I think the colours and the patterns in the fabric sort of blend into the woodland. I know Kerry wants this, and it's such an important place for her, and it's absolutely beautiful out there. So I'm just measuring up for curtains in here, because I think we need to make some little bespoke ones. You just can't get them off the shelf for places like shepherd huts.
Hold on, Simon. I think we've got a winner here.
What have we got?
It's a window. What do you reckon?
Are you thinking for the pigsty?
I am. It's a bit small.
Do you know, having a smaller window might work so that we don't have to build to that wobble.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it is leaded light, which all pigsties need.
Yeah.
If you don't find anything better, that'll work.
Yeah,
On its
okay.
side,
I'll play around with it. We'll see what's best.
totally local vernacular. All pigsties have leaded windows.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Pigs love it.
The penthouse of all pig pens is now out of the starting blocks.
I'm going to leave you doing that because I've got to go off and do some other things.
Okay, cool.
Leaving his team to crack on, Simon's taking Kerry 20 miles away to a beautiful setting overlooking the Hattingley Valley. It's a one-of-a-kind B&B that could inspire her with ideas to use back at her woodland weekend retreat.
Can we have a look?
Wow. That is fabulous.
Does anything in particular grab your eye when you come into this
The
space?
saddles.
The saddles. Not the great big yellow sports car, right?
Wow.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, it's a jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi. cosy.
Wow!
Inside a car.
Oh my goodness. That is warm. That is
Genius.
amazing.
I mean, that's certainly an eye catch as you come in.
No, I like the saddles.
And then we've got this amazing outdoor space, which on a day like today you really do appreciate. So you can sit there and look out at the view. Amazing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But former show jumper Kerry is distracted. She's just recognised what's been used to create this unique B&B.
This is a horse box.
It's the horse hut. It doesn't look like it, does it? It's got a roof over it.
That's amazing. And they've used
Yeah,
kitchen
they're
doors.
kitchen doors to disguise the underside of it. Lots of reused materials here, actually.
Simon's choice of space to inspire Kerry has certainly done the job.
Can we go inside?
Come on then.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Exactly, straight away. It's the big, big impression.
This is amazing.
It's a real wow feature, that bed, isn't it?
That is something else.
Presume it's architectural salvage. It looks like it could have come out of a church or a chapel or something like that.
This is where the horses would travel and stand.
Yeah.
That's just fantastic.
You can see there's a real horsey theme. Riding helmets, little pictures of riders on their horses. And that horsey theme rides on all the way through the building.
Oh, wow.
So straight away, this is a really snug little space to be in. You've got a compact kitchen. There's actually a bathroom in there. Centre is this massive fireplace. Imagine how cosy it is in here when you've got that fire going and really horrible weather out there.
Oh, wow, look at the view.
That's a lot of window to have on the side of a horse box. So what things do you like most in this space?
The fire.
Big fire, yeah.
That's amazing.
I actually reckon you cook when you put that on.
Yeah. Yeah. And the view.
Do you know what? This place is so popular that I know there are guests checking in quite soon, so we've got to head on out back into that lovely weather.
It's a shame.
Grab your brolly.
There's no time to jump into that racy hot tub, but there is time for Simon to take Kerry to meet Rafe, who was the inspiration behind the idea.
Really nice to have your barn, because it's absolutely chucking it down out there.
Yeah, particularly outside the horse box, the area that you have is definitely what we need, because on a day like today, everybody's soaked down to their pants. How long have you been going?
I started about 5 years ago, and then about 3 and a bit years ago I went full-time on it. And now this is me.
Wow. What was the reason you actually started?
For fun, really. I used to work in the corporate world and decided that wasn't the life I wanted, so I designed something fun and creative and really did something people really enjoyed.
Who owns the land and the farm that we're on? Is that a family farm or?
This is owned by an old family friend.
Where did you source the horse box?
It was up on a farm in Worcester. Went and visited it on a bit of a whim, and then went, I can do something with this, and then we went and bought it.
How long did it take you?
It took about 8 months for us to get it up.
Did you put the shelter up at the same time?
Yeah, it was only the sports car we added later. It had been abandoned for about 25 years in a hedge, so it was destined for the dump, and we thought, well, let's give it a new lease of life.
That's just a fabulous idea. Fabulous.
People love something that's different, so having the hot tub means you can sit out all year. So on a day like today when it's raining, it doesn't matter, what's it going to do? You're not going to get wet. You don't need to worry. You can sit in the warm water and, yeah, just enjoy beautiful scenery and enjoy nature.
Certainly very bespoke. You don't see many yellow sports car hot tubs.
Is there any things you can tell me that you wouldn't do?
I'd build a much bigger sort of alcove, so even in mid-storm, you can still be outside.
OK, that's good advice.
The time has come, I'm afraid, to put you slightly on the spot and see if you can guess how much a space like that is rented for each night.
Crikey, it's pretty special. 150, 200 pounds a night?
It's very close. We do start from about £170 for a night and up to about £250.
Yeah.
But that's about the ballpark. That was Very good guess indeed.
This unique B&B is booked all year round and is popular with those wanting a quirky slice of countryside. Back at Kerry's, Simon's beavering away in the woods, having been inspired by his trip.
Yeah, that will work. What I realised is the weather just blows in on this side, so I'm thinking to block this whole wall off, and that will be a wall we can build the kitchen against, and it will give a lot more protection in this area. The only problem is it's slightly kinked, so we've just got to adapt the design a bit.
And by we, he means Ian.
We've got our sort of floor plate, and now we need our ceiling plate to take our stud wall. We're going to have studs every 600, and then we're going to have some noggins in it, and we'll have them at the right height in order to take those kitchen cupboards that we're going to hang on the wall and make them nice and strong.
The location of Kerry's woodland retreat is a watering hole for the local wildlife. So Zoe's come up with a clever idea to keep some of them flocking back for more.
It might look like I'm having a little al fresco tea party to myself, but I'm actually trying to make bird feeders.
Her high tea for birds creation will be made out of the china she found in Kerry's old stable.
What I want to do is put them at this wrong angle so that I've got the handle pointing upwards. Then I can loop one of these old necklaces through there and string it up onto the branches somewhere around George's hut. And use my fingers as a marker. Half a tube. Right, I'm just going to go for it. That feels like it's sticking. I'm going to leave that alone now to cure.
When they've dried, Zoe will use peanut butter, which will be like glue for the birdseed.
There you go. It's a tea party for birds.
With Ian's frame now done, new crew member David, Kerry's partner, is pitching in to build the weather wall.
With the extra manpower and the specialist equipment, makes a massive difference. We would put the wall up in a third of the time that it would normally take us. Yeah. So, yeah, really good. Really pleased with it as well. Keep the rain out.
Which is why Simon is still soldiering on, making the pig pen waterproof. Back at Zoe's workstation, she has the perfect creative idea for horse-loving Kerry. Some papier-mâché ponies.
I thought if we painted them up, they could be quite sweet to put on the shelf above the bed in George's hut.
That'd be great.
Pick a colour, any colour.
Well, as it's going into George's and it hasn't got any lighting, I thought bright yellow.
Why not? I quite fancy doing a red one. Grab a brush. Okay, red and yellow.
Red and yellow.
Might look a bit loud.
That's great, even better. It'll stand out.
But yeah, we can make them quite decorative, I think. Just
bit of fun.
Freestyle it.
Yeah.
Ian's got his own freestyling going on, working out how to repurpose the window pane for the pigsty.
Now we're going to put a nice window in here, but the problem is it's all really, really wonky and bent and corroded. So we've got to create a nice frame inside that's going to take this smaller piece of glass that we found and salvaged. It's going to be an interesting challenge. This is definitely the first time I've put a window in a pigsty. I don't know if pigs appreciate windows. I'm not sure if that's a thing.
Millie and Chops might disagree.
I like being creative. It's fun, it's relaxing. But the only thing I can draw is horses. Funny that. And I love drawing those.
Oh.
The idea is that once the outdoor kitchen is built, that we hold all sorts of classes, painting, art, poetry. Oh. The kitchen is just a fantastic idea that we never really thought of. It offers us other opportunities to create income.
Not only that, but Kerry's triple offering of hut, sty and kitchen here in the woodland means she could charge a premium.
They've got a lot of interesting units. Incredible old dresser. The units, they've got a wall unit, so I'm thinking these ones potentially are going to go up on the wall, and I'm just going to make a simple scaffold board sideboard that the sink can sit in.
Meanwhile, Ian is ready to fit the window to make the pigsty into a proper penthouse.
Right, let's have a go. Okay. Oh. So now we just need to put some extra weatherproofing and some weatherboarding on the front, and then it'll be sealed in.
Bit by bit, Millie's old home is getting a refurb.
Happy? Okay, yep, good to go.
And Simon's asked Dave to help him with weatherboarding for the exterior.
So you happy with your pigsty?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think the space is great. Despite the initial scepticism, I think it looks fantastic.
And it's good. It was a good idea to raise it up.
Gives it a bit more usable height inside.
Yeah, I'm happy it's waterproof now.
Yes.
99%.
99.9%. It's be great for kids. Let their imagination run riot.
Yeah.
So.
I stayed in the pigsty.
Yeah. That wasn't your bedroom when you were at home.
Yeah.
Zoe's enlisted more help from the family. Finding out that Kerry's mum Carol is a seamstress, she's asked her to make the bespoke curtains for the shepherd hut.
So I think I've got one that's 68 and I think I've got two that are only 56.
You've got here 96 centimetres right window.
Yeah.
Drop. Is that a 56?
Teeny writing I wasn't expecting anyone else to have to look at.
68 centimetres drop and 70 width.
I'll leave that with you if it's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With so many hands to help, the woodland is a hive of activity.
Happy, 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 happy tour.
Even working into the late hours of the day. And as dusk descends, the magic begins. Kerry has the most charming woodland location for her unique B&B, and some clever ideas to draw in paying guests, like the penthouse pigsty. "200 miles away in Pembrokeshire, Toby Rhys-Davies has the same creative vision. He's been transforming surprising structures into habitable spaces for the past 5 years.
Straight into view, you've got the UFO, Pac-Man, Apple Chapel, the Disco Church, Witch's Hat, and our Jetstar.
Toby's aim was to make what he offers really stand out.
I would encourage anyone to try and do anything that isn't the norm. Definitely go for it. The more wacky, the better.
Every place to stay is full of character, no more so than Toby's pride and joy.
The opportunity came along of the Airbus. When I saw the shell of it, I immediately just thought, even though it was a bit of a wreck, it had been sitting there for quite some time, there was enough there to think, no, we can run with this. One of the things that I fell in love with immediately, which sounds totally ridiculous, is the front door. It just has a mechanism on it which just makes you go, ah, yes, thank you. Oh, it's welcoming already. This is our converted kitchen. Not much conversion. You've got hot water sink, fridge, induction hobs, and of course, the one thing that everyone knows all about is the traditional trolley that goes down the aisle with our stewardess.
Adapting the fuselage so it would work as a B&B took ingenuity.
You would normally have 50, 60 people sitting there. It's all hollowed out and just ready for living in. The environment that you're so familiar with, and we've just converted it into something that you can sleep in rather than fly to another country. Sleeps 4, plenty of storage area, shower, which was a loo, but it perfectly fitted a shower tray.
It took Toby more than 2 years to source this, and he had to have enough land to work on it.
The Airbus that we got It was 37 foot long. I contacted the haulage company. They said they could get 32 foot in. So they got their big saw out and just chopped off 6 foot.
With 6 foot of his precious fuselage still at the scrapyard, Toby was determined it shouldn't go to waste.
I asked the reclamation yard, what are you going to be doing with that? And they said, we're going to crush it up. I said, well, can I send another lorry and have that as well? And they said yes, so we got that. So that's our barbecue area.
After 6 weeks of renovation, the spectacular new addition to Toby's site was ready for boarding. And since then, there's been no shortage of paying passengers.
To stay on the Airbus, at the minute, it's £179 per couple per night. After the couple, it's £20 per head, so up to £229. We've had 2 pilots who used to fly that particular plane. Definitely captured the imagination. People are after the unusual and the unique.
And it looks just as at home in its West Wales setting as it would have done at 30,000 feet. Back in Hampshire, Kerry's pigsty idea is certainly a space that will capture the imagination. And Simon's heard there's an old horse cart destined for the dump, so he's come to check it out.
It's still a really pretty looking thing. And I've had a thought we could potentially use it in a different way. And I'm wondering if we could turn the seat around and potentially use it in the field kitchen as a seat. It'd certainly be quirky. And I think it's really nice to look at. Let's see if it moves. Oh yeah.
With so many junkyard jewels lying around, the team are really on a roll with repurposing things. Old leather is being used to spruce up an old vase. Simon's doing a cartwheel candelabra. And Ian's renovating the shepherd hut steps. But the pièce de résistance might well be another wacky idea Simon's had.
I'm just wondering whether we can take a really simple stool and use the saddle as a seat instead. I think she'd love that if I can get it to work.
So he sent Zoe off to see if she can source a few more.
I've spotted a saddle here already. There's one here. Have you got any more? I see one down there.
Yeah, there's another one there.
And the others, I noticed one on the door on the way in.
With so much being upcycled, the woodland is already a hive of activity. But Simon is determined there's one last salvage superstar that should have a new lease of life.
Pick him up, shove him on, push him out. Kick him in. Bobbing on to the rawhide.
David and family friend Lily are helping to get this big old beast in.
Okay, now magically levitate. It's quite big.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. It's too large. So it's on to plan B.
Yeah.
So if we can try and get it to balance level,
Okay. Are we coming in at the
whilst
right
we're
angle?
still under cover of the top. It used to go up a bit, doesn't it? Oh no, so she's really cross-axled. Whoa, back a bit. It's not far off level, is it? I think I like that. Let's see if we can find a nice way to strap it up. It's not going to do any damage.
Strap it straight round.
Great.
Sounds good.
And then if we drop that tailgate so she's down.
Grind the pin off, can't we? Or put a...
Yeah. You could almost put a bit of wood on either side as well if people want to set their drinks down.
Yeah, we could do a little
Little table thing.
table.
Yeah.
Very good. Fits perfectly. Trees are made to measure.
It's quaint features like the cart that give a place real charm. And with David and Kerry gone from the site, the team can now do one final push. A few weeks ago, Kerry and her partner David had an old, tired hut, a clearing with no structure, and a rusty pigsty. Kerry wanted a B&B that will bring in money for her charitable venture. And now, here in the heart of her woodland, there's a little bit of magic. The rust has been turned into rustic. The hut is homely, and it's a place that puts the treat into retreat.
What do you reckon, Oscar? Come on, get on up. So I want to go and show you the hut first.
Wow, and steps.
Zoe's done such a great job inside.
Oscar, come.
He's so excited.
I know, you want to go in as well.
Oh my goodness. This is incredible.
I think we've created a really nice, cosy retreat for somewhere to come and sleep.
I know, there's so much room in here and it's so bright now, instead of all black and dark. And I love the bedding. It's just beautiful. Who wouldn't want to stay in here?
Have you seen Zoe's bird feeders? On your left.
Oh! They're fantastic. Our spare teacups and saucers. What a great idea. She's so clever.
It's so much bigger in here. It's like a TARDIS.
So George's jazzed-up hut is a hit.
So I want to show you the rest of it.
Go on. Good boy.
We've got a really lovely fire pit, and then this is what we came up with your old cart.
Oh.
We've got a little love seat.
That's amazing. There's so many memories with this.
Come and try it out.
He wants to try it too.
Oscar.
He wants to join us.
Oh, it's great for gin, gin and tonic terrace.
That's a great idea.
Fantastic.
Well, it's not quite a sports car, but it's similar.
It's the next best thing. Yeah. 1 horsepower.
Let's go and see this kitchen.
Wonderful reuse.
So you created a really big space to work with, which is amazing.
Wow.
And we've just really kind of given it the final push.
And it's family dresser. Oh my goodness. This is just amazing that this is here, because it's been in the family for hundreds of years.
What you've done is amazing.
And then I think there's something you might quite like over there. Have you seen the stools?
Oh, these are fantastic. They turn. These are my old saddles that I used to ride in.
This is one horse I don't mind.
Was it?
These are great.
Surprisingly comfortable.
Yeah, they are.
I just love them. They're just such fun.
And they're the cart wheels, which we've rigged up to be light candelabras. And we've got LED lights as well as candle lights.
Just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
I just can't take it quite all in at the moment.
Well, there's some really nice, quirky ideas, but I'll tell you what, the best one was your idea with the pigsty. I think we should go and have a look at that. Ready to dismount?
Yeah.
But what will they make of Millie's former family home in its new penthouse glory?
This is the pig pen.
This is how it all started.
This is your crazy idea. I think you started a new wave.
I love it. The pigs were born in here, and I spent about 3 nights with her. Oh!
It's actually a really nice, cosy little snug retreat. I mean, it is a summer space, and I reckon it's 99.9% waterproof.
The window, the sun sets through there, and I just love the cupboard space.
Yeah, we put your little shelves running around the outside. And then it is quite awkward to get in, so we just put a little step which you can move out of the way, but it just makes it a bit easier to get in.
I take back all my reservations I had to start with. It is fabulous.
Quick, get that on camera.
No.
This is where I'm going to sleep.
So, are you happy?
Yeah, can I get in it?
Yeah. In a minute, I want to ask you one more thing, so let's go back down to the field kitchen. Names are really important, but I think we've got it covered here. We've obviously got George's hut, because it's always been George's hut, and we've got the pig pen. So I'm wondering, have you guys thought about how much you're going to charge people to come and stay?
I don't know.
We never imagined it.
I don't think we thought we'd get this far, to be honest. And having seen it finished now is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
This space, just, what do you charge? You know, it's so beautiful. Gonna get me going now.
Overwhelmed by such a priceless transformation, which can't be valued just yet.
We just can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. It's been a great pleasure, this one.
It's time for Simon to leave this magical woodland.
It's been a really fun and quirky project, this. It's such a beautiful location. I can see why it means so much to them.
The whole team, absolutely brilliant. Real Trojans, did a fantastic job.
What was my favourite bit? The pig hut. It just had to be. The kitchen space, I've got to sit in it and just take it all in. We're coming back tonight with a bottle of bubbly and we're going to sit there, aren't we, and have fish and chips. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
No, forget that word.